Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. Athletic Bilbao have gone with a 4-5-1, Jim.
Well, it's a formation, Peter, that lends itself to good possession and control in midfield because you've got the numbers there, a higher concentration. Backing that up with enough attacking dynamism is down to managers who want to get at teams. It can be used in cautious terms too, but certainly if you want to advance a little quicker and you have that attitude, then you can be very positive about this too.
We have already started here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Samuel Umtiti. He's a very fine defender, of course, but it's what he contributes offensively that I find very impressive, Peter. When he plays in his favourite left centre-back position, he's able to use the fact that he's left-footed to step away from the press and just stride upfield, lifting the tempo and getting his team moving.
Yeah, I must agree, especially in view of his ability to lead and organise the defence. Athletic Bilbao made a reasonable start to the season, a draw first up. Barcelona are experts at this stylish possession-based game.
Well, we're talking tiki-taka, a lot of short, crisp passing, and once the ball is lost, they quickly try to win it back.
It's tried on the right now, what's on? It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch.
Well, I'm a believer in having faith in your ability, but he's overdone it then.
Arthur, good challenge, he just stood firm. Alvarez drives it towards the front. Roberto. Nelson Semedo. And there's the end of the first half. So now the team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals. How would you review the first half?
Well, they look lost for ideas and lacking in talent, which all contributes to
Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Drawn. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was there and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Athletic Bilbao take the lead.
Well, whatever the manager said in that dressing room at half-time, it's worth the treat.
Hoists it forward. And that has been cleared. Semedo puts it into the middle. Tries to get it clear. Melo. Luis Suarez. He's got options out wide. Hits it first time! No mistake! 2 up now, and they are cruising. He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the passer to pick him out.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Athletic Bilbao take a 2-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in.
Well, at 1-0, this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
And the weighted pass. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
And it's Luis Suarez. Rakitic. Out to the left it goes. Jordi Alba. Piqué. And that is that. Athletic Bilbao emerged victorious here, and it's no more than they deserve. They were simply the better team. Your reflections then, Jim?
What I most admire about this outfit is the cohesion and the willingness to work hard as a unit and getting behind the ball. Doing the ugly stuff, that's what gets you clean sheets and wins.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, hello and good evening to all of you. Unfortunately, it appears that the weather hasn't quite read the script here. There has been a dreadful downpour from well before the moment the turnstiles opened, and there is considerable concern on the faces of the officials. We think it's going to be okay. Clearly, the pitch will be slippery. It'll be a challenge for those who have to officiate, never mind those who have to play. They know they are not going to be in for an easy game, but the crowd is all in, and the match, I'm delighted to be able to say, will go ahead. This is one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. Real Madrid have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
As you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I would say Ezekiel Garay. Keep an eye on the centre-back's composure on the ball and his confidence in distributing it from the back, and if given enough time, he'll step forward and drive their momentum.
Not quite, no argument from me on that one.
That's a case of crossing in hope, and unless they provide some more options, it'll be more miss than hit.
Real Madrid are still to get up and running after defeat on the opening day. Now's the chance to launch their season. Vallejo.
No efforts on target is acceptable if levels of enthusiasm and energy are good, and they're not.
Going through.
Well, I don't think it was the wisest option, Peter, once he got into that position. It's not as if he didn't have people nearby.
Vaz cuts it out. Vallejo. He's left his man. Hoists it forward. Shapes to shoot. Oh, the keeper's equal to it.
Gomez put absolutely everything he had into that. Maybe better look next time.
Forward it goes. Jeffrey Kondogbia. And the whistle goes for half-time. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Reflections on the first half?
Well, they look lost for ideas and lacking in talent, which all contributes to a chronic case of impotence.
Real Madrid head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Are the team any further forward than they were when they started out? And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second. For that to be the case, though, we need to see more energy and invention early on.
Now it's Camero. Vaz delivers. Kondogbia. Kondogbia goes up and over. Valencia can make their change now with a break and play. Rodrigo! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Varane plays it forward. Modric. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point.
Has a pop! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
That's been one straight back.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a win.
Oh, it's got in!
Well, that wasn't in the script, and you have to feel for him, Peter. It's ended in some embarrassment. Well, he's used to making headlines for all the right reasons, but he's about to get a flavour of the other end of the scale now.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one.
Well, you can't ask for much better than that, Peter. Bang, bang, two in double quick time.
That is terrific skill. And the shot! And that may well be that. That is that. Real Madrid, hold on. It's a narrow squeak, bit of luck, some judgment. 1-0 the score at the final whistle. Real Madrid leave it late, but in the end, it was great.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, good day to you wherever you are. You join us on a day where the weather just may have an impact on a football match that has been much anticipated. It's dry at the moment. The forecast is that it will be wet, perhaps very wet by the time the game is underway, and certainly by the time of the second half. The crowd, though, are here and they are in good form. There's a right old cacophony going on. The atmosphere's terrific, and kick-off is moments away. It's one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
So off we go then. Real Sociedad picked up 3 valuable points on opening day, and now a chance to build on that. Monreal, Merino, Husa, Januzaj. Merino, Monreal, Merino, Januzaj gets it out to the wing. Joselu absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here. Alaves have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
That has been clubbed away. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Cuts it out. Januzaj. That'll be the last act of the first half. So both sides have drawn blanks and have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Some first half thoughts?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. And we are already promptly back underway.
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should, and it's going to take good imagination to break the deadlock here.
Well positioned to make that interception. He's managed to get himself offside. Well played, he saw that coming. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Jose Monreal. Monreal is effectively being... has a goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, as test goalkeeper, the keeper has just received an A+ grade. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Final seconds, this has to be it. Joselu, how about a shot? And that's that. Well, it looked 0-0 from a fair way out. Little craft or guile or penetration. Defence is largely untroubled. It's goals. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, good day to you wherever you are. You join us on a day where the weather just may have an impact on a football match that has been much anticipated. It's dry at the moment, and the forecast is that it will be wet, perhaps very wet by the time the game is underway, and certainly by the time of the second half. The crowd, though, are here, and they are in good form. There's a right old cacophony going on. The atmosphere is terrific, and kick-off is moments away. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game in stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. Mallorca have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
As you can see, we've already started here. Mallorca made a good start to their campaign, a win on day one, up and running. Just brushed off the ball there. Herrera did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. And that's a foul, free kick's been given.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what are they trying to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Looking to go deep. Great challenge, time to perfection. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Gonalons goes back to base. Sanchez hoists it forward. Nicely controlled. And that's been levered clear. Towards half-time, and it is still scoreless. Gets good distance on it. And it's Rodriguez. And there's the end of the first half. So another team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. How would you review the first half?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. Here we go again.
Mallorca can be very glad that half-time came when it did. Poor possession and very little firepower means they need a serious pickup in this second half. No guts, no glory.
Played out to the right. Hits one! Oh, taken with style!
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, we certainly had to wait for it, Peter. Now a difficult decision. Is it stick or twist?
Good clearance and very necessary. And it's played forward. Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist, Peter, in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Forward it goes. Baba tries to get it forward quickly.
Time is ticking away, and they're playing as if they're defending a lead. They've got to get it up the pitch. Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue the situation, and it needs to be any time.
Goes for goal! Herrera. And time is up. What a game. End to end, it flew by, and in the end, it all came down to just the odd goal.
Well, this game looked to have 0-0 written all over it, but credit to them, they upped their game in the end, and I thought they got what they deserved.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, whatever time of day or night it is with you, welcome along to a game which is threatened, I have to tell you, by a rather forbidding weather forecast. The expectation is for quite heavy rain as the game grows older this evening. It hasn't arrived just yet, but it will do shortly. Glad to report, though, that hasn't affected the crowd, who are here in good number and indeed in good voice. And the game will be underway very soon. This must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Jan Oblak. He's not someone you often see pulling off spectacular saves, but that's about the highest compliment you can give a goalkeeper, because it speaks to his positioning and his organisational abilities. He's just about the best there is when it comes to claiming crosses and high balls into the box too, and is just the kind of presence that spreads a composure and a confidence to his defence and throughout the team.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. And already we're underway here. Herrera. Oh, it's Herrera. Has a goal! Marvellous goal!
What a start, and what a contribution from the main man. I had a feeling he might do something given his reputation, but to do it like that, absolutely brilliant. I wasn't expecting that.
Jim, your thoughts?
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the passer to pick him out.
Atletico Madrid have an early lead. Good start. Osasuna still to get up and running after defeat on the opening day. There's the chance to launch their season. Right through the middle. He's going for goal! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Herrera with the short one. Lovely bit of skill. Time to deliver. Herrera wants to play it back. Has a hit! Goal! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. Oh, high quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second. Atletico Madrid take a 2-goal lead and things should be comfortable from here on in.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Felipe, Partey, forward it goes. Hernandez plays it forward. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Fence has got rid of that. And he's got the ball glued to his feet. Now the counter. Saul. Felipe, Partey tries to get it forward quickly, and it's played forward. He's left his shoots. They are rampant, and already they're looking to run away with it.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Atletico Madrid take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight. Now it's Torres. Torres. Lovely bit of skill there. That'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there's plenty that can be said about the last 45 minutes, but one thing that cannot be said is that it's dull. One-sided, yes, but packed with excitement.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Atletico Madrid are cruising it at half-time, 3-0 ahead. So off we go once more. Torres. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Just a goal. Chance! Sticks it away! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. Vitolo versus the keeper, and only one winner.
Yeah, that's brilliant from him. Such a calm finish. Just pick your spot, don't think about what the keeper's going to do, concentrate on what you have to do.
He's made it 2, and no doubt he's hungry for more. It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
Morata! He's in for the follow-up! And he steered it beyond the post.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Osasuna have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution. Saul, he does have an assist to his name. Morata looking as though he's being given special treatment here, treatment he could well do without.
Well, his stealth has been compromised because of his goal.
Goes for goal! Terrific save. Cleared away. And it's Correa. That's a pop! Hernandez. Hernandez spreads it towards the left. Osasuna can make their change now with a break in play.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Avila. Herrera. Trippier. Felipe. Partey. And here's Morata. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes.
They didn't manage to get nearly enough into the box.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Atletico Madrid are class apart. Opponents torn apart. They are comprehensive winners. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think it's all about setting the right tone at the start of a match, and if you can back that up with an early goal, it just energises everybody, the whole performance, and I think they were certainly more fluid as a result of the early goal.
That's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim. Well, whatever time of day or night it is with you, welcome along to a game which is threatened, I have to tell you, by a rather forbidding weather forecast. The expectation is for quite heavy rain as the game grows older this evening. It hasn't arrived just yet, but it will do shortly. Glad to report, though, that that hasn't affected the crowd, who are here in good number and indeed in good voice. And the game will be underway very soon. This must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. Villarreal have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition. And we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
So it's down to business here. Villarreal made a reasonable start to the season. A draw first up. Across the field it goes. Moreno is onto it and can take it up. Gets up to head it! Goal! Villarreal! There is the breakthrough! It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business there.
Villarreal have an early lead. Good start. Played out to the right. Chip through. Now has a hit! It's a goal! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Villarreal are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Villarreal take a two-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and their start...
Whistle's gone, that's foul. And he's going to Rex. And how good was that? Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And he's produced a beauty. This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could near well reward them with an equaliser.
Keeps everyone guessing. Crosses it in. They've seen lots of the ball. Trying to go for it a bit of creativity. Has a hit! Rodriguez. Through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Plays it out to the flank, gets wrestled off the ball. He is not face to face. Has a goal! Oh, taken with style. Two to the good. They have breathing space. And that really is so impressive.
That's always a great sight, you know, on a football pitch. Nimble-footed, showed great balance and a really cool head to finish. And that kind of dribbling is really smart.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
This is one of the best performances I've seen in a while. He's practically taken on this team single-handedly, and they don't know how to stop him.
Villarreal take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Look, this position ought to convince them to increase their lead. I think they should...
And the shot! And it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. They really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Starting to look like a done deal now.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Iborra. The first half is done.
Well, I've seen very little to indicate a comeback in this one, Peter. They've committed to this game with great desire and heart, and there's no need to back away from that.
Villarreal 3 ahead after a remarkable half. Who knows how many more will follow. So off we go once more. So both teams emerge the same as they were. Real chance! No mistake! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight.
And looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning breakaway.
4 in the game, he is the man. Villarreal totally rampant here. Rodriguez. Pretty robust, but it's got the job done. Forward it goes. And the finish! Oh, denied at the last.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
And it's been taken short. It's always going to be the keepers.
They're actually not getting too tight, which is interesting. No, it's probably cautionary. Don't dive in, try to pinch it or intercept so nobody can get in behind.
Moreno. Oh, shooting chance! Sticks it away! This is as ruthless as it gets.
Well, I think we've gone past humiliation now. This could be doing some real psychological damage.
How many more does he want? Leganés can make their change now with a break in play. Villarreal tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless. It's a brilliant interception. Hits one! In it goes! Well, just another one to add to what has already been an incredible haul.
Listen, when you're on an invitation to improve your goal difference, why ease off?
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
He's picked him out, gets away from his opponent, goes for goal! It's there! And again, they pile on the misery.
Yeah, by the looks of it, there may be still more to come.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
And the referee brings it to a close. Villarreal enjoy their perfect day. For their victims, it is entirely imperfect. Comprehensive winners of a one-sided contest. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Villarreal had a very simple tactic to implement, Peter, and they exposed their opposition with expansive incision. This is a performance that hasn't just got my approval. Listen.
Well, welcome everybody to a part of the world where football really matters. There is a healthy tension, great expectation building in the lead-up to kick-off here. A little bit grey overhead, and indeed the forecast is for a drop or two of rain as the day grows older. But regardless of that, there is a lovely backdrop here. The ambience is good, smashing noise from both sets of supporters, and expectations high in both camps. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Nabil Fekir. He's just so hard to stop when he's moving at pace, Peter. He's got real end product too, and the opposition defence will be wanting to make sure he doesn't get any shots away. I think he's going to add a lot of dynamism to this attack, and that might prove decisive today.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. And we're underway. Real Betis are still to get up and running after defeat on the opening day. Now's the chance to launch their season. A really good feat. Danger averted for now. Bartra gets it out to the wing. Up to meet it! Goal! Real Betis! A great delivery and a finish to match.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle. But that was beautifully met, it really was.
Real Betis are ahead, 1 goal to the good. Seems now to be all about width.
Well, when you have the personnel to create in wide areas, then they need to see as much of the ball as possible.
Canales tries lifting it over. And it's Moreno. Chance! It's a goal! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Real Betis are so well practiced in the art of keeping the ball through wonderful passing and movement, and a real appetite to ensure it's reflected in their goal plate.
Real Betis take a 2-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And here's Aspas, just brushed off the ball there. Fekir, and he's had a shot! They are rampant! And they're at it again in double quick time! That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Oh, you've got to love that. Concentration, conviction, contact, and sheer class.
He's made it 3. Quite a day at the office for him.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
Without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Guardado. And it's Canales. Out towards the flank. Moreno. Has a hit! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. Well, there's plenty that can be said about the last 45 minutes, but one thing that cannot be said is that it's dull. One-sided, yes, but packed with excitement.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Real Betis 3-0 up at the break, precisely as they would have dreamt it. And the action has already resumed here. Good clearance and very necessary. Has a hit! He has done it! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. What about that, Jim Begley?
I just think it's clever positioning from clever movement, and when all of that is synchronised with the right pass, that's what happens.
4 in the game. He is the man. It's become a case of men against boys. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Marlowe. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. And back to base. Denis Suarez. They've seen lots of the ball. Trying to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Yokushru. Bogado battles to win it back. hoists it forward. And he's there to hoof it away. Looks to play him in. It's a minor communications breakdown. Now it's Aspas. Canales. Moreno plays it forward. I do. And that is that. Real Betis enjoy their perfect day. For their victims, it is entirely imperfect. Comprehensive winners of a one-sided contest. Your reflections then, Jim?
Real Betis showed us why it's so important to seize the initiative. Once in front, they grew in belief and rarely looked at risk.
So that's it from us. Well, welcome everybody to a part of the world where football really matters. There is a healthy tension, great expectation building in the lead-up to kick-off here. A little bit grey overhead, and indeed the forecast is for a drop or two of rain as the day grows older. But regardless of that, there is a lovely backdrop here. The ambience is good, smashing noise from both sets of supporters, and expectations high in both camps. Is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course, so with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play. And of course, the right service into the box.
And we're underway. Levante made a good start to their campaign. A win on day one, up and running. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Defenders on the back foot. Cucurella plays it forward. Clerc tries to get it forward quickly. Kennedy. Lyon, more than happy to take the muscular approach. Clerc drives it forward. Forward it goes.
Midway through the first half, and there's an impotence about this game that's causing me concern, and probably most of the stadium too. Let's just hope that by the end it'll have been forgotten.
Cucurella. Kennedy. Borja Mayoral displaying his defensive capabilities there. That's no striker's tackle.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
And it's half-time here. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, they look lost for ideas and lacking in talent, which all contributes to a chronic case of impotence.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes.
Getafe pretty fortunate not to be tripped.
He's gone for it! It's off target and by quite a way.
Oh, it was a first touch to die for, and it set him up beautifully.
Time for a change in personnel. Gets it back. He's had a go! Just too high. Hoists it forward. Long ball, but not especially accurate. Shoots! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. It's a decent-looking cross. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? Neon gets it away. And it's played forward. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Hoists it high, looks to play him in, but a minor communications breakdown. Maksimovic drives it forward, and it's Neon. Keeps everyone guessing.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
And there goes the final whistle. And stalemate. One, if not for fans, then perhaps for coaches, satisfied by organisation and solidity. Little cutting edge at either end, and it finishes 0-0. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
Just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin for joining us and to wish you a very good day. Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is terrific to have you along for our live coverage of this eagerly awaited contest. It should provide some terrific entertainment on what is turning into a rather imperfect afternoon. The weathermen rarely get it wrong, and they have warned us that there is rain on its way. It shouldn't be bad enough in any sense meaningfully to impact on the game of football, but it is a factor to be taken into consideration. Plenty of other factors, of course, principally each side's concern for the strengths of the other. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world, and boy does it add to the occasion. Sevilla have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
As you can see, we've already started here. And here's Lucas Ocampos. So who's he picking out? And he's going long. That's too far for anyone. And here's Luc de Jong. Oh, good ball. Chance to shoot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Espanyol made a reasonable start to the season. A draw first up. Espinosa goes looking. He's got away. Shapes to shoot! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Pereira cannot be a happy chappy, and you can understand why. The run was stoic, and it should have been heroic.
Fernando plays it out to the flank. And here's Lucas Ocampos. Banega! Just off target.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Oliver Torres. Nolito tries to stroke it through. Dardel. Pereira. Well, they are working very hard to get it wide now, Jim.
Yeah, I think they've decided to concentrate on working the flanks to help the production line. It's where the room is.
And it's half-time here. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. That gets things going for the second half.
Sevilla can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose and can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
And here's Piatti. Fernando gets it back. Breaks on here. Fernando has a pop! He's pulled off a fine save.
Well, as Tesco, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Gets up to head! They've done it! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch. It was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Well, we certainly had to wait for it, Peter. Now, a difficult decision. Is it stick or twist?
Espanyol get it back again. It's a loose ball. Oh, that's neat. And it's Sanchez. Sanchez. Played out to the right. That is terrific skill. Deftly done.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Receives it from behind.
They didn't manage to get nearly enough into the box. That speaks of little ambition. Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Javi Lopez. So that's it. It is all over. Sevilla hold on. It's a narrow squeak, bit of luck, some judgment. 1-0 the score at the final whistle.
Yeah, it was a fairly stern test with very little between two teams that scrapped for everything.
Well, that's it from us. Thanks very much, Jim. It's a very good day to you from both of us. Well, a very warm welcome to you on this most pleasantly clear evening. Conditions absolutely beautiful. Perfect for the beautiful game. Temperatures are kind as well. No doubt playing a hand in high attendance levels as well as an elevated level of anticipation here. Surely this is the hot ticket going around in this neck of the woods. It surely must be. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth, with the right personnel, it works just as well as any other system or formation. Success can still be had with it, and teams are still winning big trophies with exactly this setup.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Real Valladolid made a reasonable start to the season. A draw first up. Floats one over. Suarez beats the offside trap. Plenty waiting in the middle. Guardiola has a pop! Runal gets it back.
Ibar have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Forward it goes. Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Unal pumps it into the area. Hankal with the clearance. Javi. Guardiola. Here's Suarez. Shoots! Alcaraz goes short. And he's got the ball glued to his feet. Flings it across. And it's played forward. And there's the end of the first half. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. How would you review the first half?
Well, they've never really been threatened in the first half. I think it's been a magnificent team effort. The work rate has been superb. Very, very organised.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. Here's the start of the second half.
Valladolid playing well with lots of opportunities and plenty positives to take from the first half. Despite this scoreline, converting chances would make a world of difference for them.
He's got options out wide. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Alcaraz with the short one. It's a decent-looking cross. It's Suarez!
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Inui tries to get it forward quickly. Hoists it forward. Guardiola hits that long. Unal looking to run onto it. Keeper's ball. Inui plays it forward. Suarez. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. A chance to play it in. Aimed in. Has a pop! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Hankal drives it forward. And it's Orellana. Into the box. Big chance! Needs a quality cross. Shapes to shoot! Oh, Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Ibar making consecutive changes here. It's going to be a double change then. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, it looked 0-0 from a fair way out. Little craft or guile or penetration. Defence is largely untroubled. It's goalless. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.